Previously on Starship Resilience.
Captain Nicholas Moore, you must consider yourself under arrest.
What if I were to tell you I'm not guilty of the crimes which I'm being charged?
You're being framed.
Isn't our oath to uphold the virtues of Starfleet and the Federation Charter? So we're not beholden to the whims of one man. What do you remember about the Ramallah 4 mission? I could prove someone tampered with our memories. I'm not about to give him the satisfaction of our surrender.
He'll go easier on you if you comply.
Fire when ready, Commander.
Firing torpedoes!
Now, Mia, go!
Maintain fire.
Mix it up a bit. Keep them guessing.
The cloak needed to be tied into the warp drive. We have it installed and it's ready to go. Captain, we are invisible. I had an idea. The team made it work.
You were seriously fighting a Universe-class starship. We were damn lucky.
Got to be a way to convince them we're not the bad guys here.
It might be possible to get a message to Dr. Fillmore to see if she could help us.
The USS Resilience was taken over by a renegade captain. Be safe out there, and good hunting.
The Resilience is a marked ship. We humans are attracted to power.
You're talking about a cult leader.
How do we stop a cult leader?
The USS Thunderchild, also seen the USS Hermes.
Let's see if we can't keep the Hermes between us and the Thunderchild.
Captain, new sensor contact, the USS Key.
We're outgunned.
Sir, new contact coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Don't make us do what we did on Romula 4, Nick.
Tell them we surrender.
Have you lost your mind?
I'm playing a hunch, Commander.
Captain Moore, per Starfleet orders, I am placing you under arrest.
Come and join us, Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Gretchen.
There are definitely signs of damage from continual memory erasure.
We'll make sure you get home safe.
It's okay, Chirega.
I'm placing Commander Schrager Doth in command.
How the mighty have fallen. Maybe if you're lucky, they'll let you stay awake for the trip to Earth.
And now, Episode 10. Never Meet Your Heroes.
Inspired me to find a way to get in the way. And I got in trouble. Good trouble. Necessary trouble.
Ship's log, stardate 212-626.08. Commander Chirega Doth in command of the USS Resilience. By order of Captain Komarov, I have assumed command of the Resilience. Captain Moore has returned from his mission to the Enterprise, being escorted by security and taken to the brigand shackles. He pled his case and has taken full responsibility for the actions which led to our situation. Unfortunately, when we arrive, he will most likely be taken into custody and face charges for his actions. I only hope mercy can be shown to the crew. At present, we are being tractored back to Earth by the Enterprise. Most of our battle damage has been repaired. We are fortunate that the loss of life was minimal. I would like to make note of commendations for the engineering and medical staffs of the Resilience. The most notable commendations are for Lieutenants Flint, Maysha, and Fry, and Ensign Meade, have gone above and beyond the call of duty to keep the ship and crew functioning, as well as aiding in our efforts to reach Earth safely.
Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Resilience. Our mission? To explore new mysteries and new horizons, to seek out new friends and new wonders, to stand firm against whatever the universe throws at us.
Enter.
Hello, Commander.
Hello, Counselor. What can I do for you?
I was really going to ask you how you were doing, and if there was anything I could do for you.
What? No, I'm fine.
I know you say that, but that is something we tell ourselves to hide what we are really going through. I know we have not known each other for very long, but I want you to know I can help with whatever you are experiencing.
Based on what I've seen in the last 2 weeks, Counselor, I have no doubt of that. Lieutenant Maysha has spoken very highly of your counseling sessions and the way you helped her and the captain in the mind meld. I will admit, I was skeptical of having a ship's counselor on board when you arrived. On that first day you and Commander Strawn were verbally sparring, I was secretly agreeing with him. But now, I see where I was wrong. You have impressed me, Counselor, and that does not happen easy. You have the soul of a warrior shrouded in the veneer of a monk. You conduct yourself with honor.
Thank you, Commander. It was the side effect of growing up with a mother who was in the court Malot. I will say you did intimidate me a little when we arrived. There was a definite chill coming from you. In fact, you saying you agreed with Strawn is not surprising. It was like that with most of the crew. It was only after Captain Kilgallon died there was a break in the ice, and the crew started to give me a chance. I booked a lot of sessions that week. And you have also conducted yourself with honor. Your support has meant a great deal to Maysha. I believe, as of right now, she could make a near full recovery of her memories. It is good to know she has someone in her corner to help her through it.
I'm glad to hear that. She's a fine young officer with a bright career ahead of her. All she needs is a fair chance to grow into who she can be.
She looks up to you. You know that, right?
I had suspected. I do see a little of myself in her.
There is a part of her that is like you. But there is still a part of her which will always be a lost little girl in that battlefield. I am hoping she can find some way to combine those two parts to gain a more focused understanding of herself. I can only do so much.
I will do everything I can to help, Counselor.
I know you will.
Will there be anything else, Counselor?
Honestly, yes. I have come in and out of this room a lot in the last 2 weeks, and I finally have to ask, what is that behind you?
To what are you referring? Captain Moore has many things back here.
The round shield behind you.
Oh, yes. I asked the same question a couple of weeks ago myself. Captain Moore told me it was from a mid-20th century Earth superhero. He always carried it into battle.
Fascinating. From what I remember, Earth's 20th century has fairly advanced weaponry. They had firearms that would have easily gone right through standard shielding.
I actually thought the same thing when he first told me about it. But I looked up the stories of this hero, and it turns out his shield is made of a metal called vibranium. It's supposed to be very strong and bulletproof, and it only weighs about 5.5 kilograms.
That is interesting. What is it about this hero, you think, which appeals to Captain Moore?
I would have to say it would be his sense of justice. Captain Moore seems like the man who would fight for those who are being hurt. Not because he wanted something from them, but because it was the right thing to do.
I can see that in his personality. He does seem the protector type.
Yes, he does. He's almost what they would call a Boy Scout. But after the 2 weeks we've had, I think he will be a good change of pace. That is, provided we all survive the next few hours. The Admiral is still out there waiting to strike.
Kazig to Commander Shriga.
Shriga here. Go ahead, Lieutenant.
Commander, we are nearing Earth, and the Enterprise is preparing to release us from their tractor beam.
Very good, Mr. Gazig. Please alert engineering we will be under our own power soon. Lieutenant Colt, prepare to come about and take a parking orbit over Starfleet headquarters.
Yes, ma'am.
Aye, Commander.
Chiriga out. Where were we?
The Admiral is still out there.
Yes. Yes, he is. It's ironic, but this hero of Captain Morris seems to fit the situation we are in.
How so, Commander?
The main villain in these stories is a man trying to set up a fascist government on Earth. According to the history of the time, this man was a real person who stoked fear and anger over people he considered to be inferior outsiders to his country and his cause. At one point, his troops gathered up millions of these outsiders and the people who stood against him, and attempted to kill them all in the most dishonorable way.
Sadly, human history is full of stories like that, where someone comes into power by convincing one group of people that they are being persecuted by this group of outsiders. And normally, the people who support this person would not act like this. Except for the fact that their emotions are being used against them. It caused the most devout follower to develop a persecution complex, when in reality, if they took a moment and thought critically about what they are being told, nothing was actually happening to them. They believe the lies, and then they learn to see enemies everywhere.
Exactly. I believe we are seeing the same sort of thing from the Admiral. I'm not sure what his end goal is, but my gut is telling me there's some sort of power grab happening. He's handpicked all of the command officers in his fleet. He insists they are all loyal to his every whim. If we had to fight our way back to Earth, imagine what would happen if his power isn't checked in soon. It could lead to an all-out civil war in the Federation.
You are absolutely right. I shudder to think of what could happen.
Gazig to Commander Schrager.
Yes, Lieutenant?
Commander, Admiral Kilgallon is hailing us.
Acknowledge, Gazig. I'm on my way. Chiriga out. Report.
The Enterprise has released us, and we are in a parking orbit over the Starfleet command.
Very good, Lieutenant. Open a channel, Mr. Gazig.
Commander Doss, welcome back to Earth. Where's Captain Moore?
He's in the brig, Admiral.
Prove it.
Computer, locate Captain Moore.
Captain Moore is in the brig, holding cell 3.
That proves nothing. How do I know you aren't lying to me?
Commander Vec?
Sir, I personally took the captain to the brig. In shackles.
Okay. I guess that will suffice.
What are your orders, Admiral?
What's that, Commander?
Your orders, sir. What are your orders?
What are my orders? I bet those words don't sit very well with you, Commander. You don't like me very much, Commander, do you?
My feelings regarding you are irrelevant, Admiral. You are my superior officer.
Don't hand me that following that chain of command crap. You Klingons don't care about the chain of command. If I were there right now, you'd have me killed, so you can move up in rank. Doesn't sound very honorable to me.
Excuse me, Admiral. Would I be able to ask a question here?
What? Who are you?
Lieutenant Tavel, ship's counselor. I have heard a great deal about you. Just a quick question, if I might.
Well, what is it?
Sir, I was wondering. You are pretty much a legend in Starfleet. The only person in recent history of Starfleet to enlist as a non-commissioned officer to advance to the captain's chair and to the Admiralty. That is a huge accomplishment, sir. Most impressive.
Why, thank you. It was a lot of hard work, and the war with the Tsinkethi coalition certainly helped some.
No doubt it did, Admiral. Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Yes, you could say that. What is your question, Lieutenant?
Tyrell, sir.
Lieutenant Tyrell, please continue with your question.
Of course, Admiral. Is it all women you feel the need to dominate, or just the ones under your command? I notice you have a tendency toward a hegemonic class structure. I was wondering if you are the sole beneficiary of it, or are there other males able to enjoy it as well? My curiosity stems from your pseudo-sexual demand for absolute loyalty. Then again, is that the same kind of loyalty you demand from the males under your command as well? I would guess what I am really trying to ask is, did you have a healthy relationship with your father?
Excuse me, I am a Rear Admiral. How dare you speak to me that way?
I am sorry if I offended you, Admiral. I am simply performing my role as ship's counselor. It is my job to see to the mental health of Starfleet personnel. Also, these are perfectly legitimate and clinical questions. Your demand for absolute loyalty from those under you is synonymous with a sadistic need to dominate the wills of others, which, in many cases, can stem from a hyperactive need to overcompensate for one's shortcomings. At what age were you potty trained?
I've had just about enough of you. Security, remove her from the bridge and confine her to quarters. What the hell kind of Vulcan are you?
Half, sir.
What?
I am half Vulcan, sir. My father was a colonel master. My mother was a member of the Quat-Malot Order. It makes me half Vulcan, Admiral.
The Resilience is a microcosm of everything wrong with the Federation. A weak captain, a Klingon woman, and a half-breed Romulan counselor, so everyone can get in touch with their inner selfness. If this were a bar, you'd have to set up for a really great joke. This is what is wrong with Starfleet. Races who are no longer powerful or have no homeworld come to the Federation because we'll let anyone live here. And what does the Federation get in return? The dregs of society. Certainly not the best and brightest. No one else sees it. No one else knows what to do. We need to deport the vermin and scum from amongst us. They're poisoning the blood of the Federation. I am the only one who can make the Federation great again.
Great for who? You pompous bastard.
Excuse me? Who said that? Show yourself.
It was me, Daddy. Do you honestly think twisting a noble place like the Federation and Starfleet to fit your narrow galactic view is going to make it great for anyone but you? You were more delusional than I thought you were.
Very nice. The prodigal daughter returns. Are you stirring up sympathy for the sad little orphan girl who tragically lost her daddy? I must say, this is a lot further than you got that time at the academy. Fortunately, we had Strom there to keep an eye on you and get you under control before you caused any significant damage to my career.
So I found out the truth about my real father before. And you took that from me. You sick bastard. Who made you God?
Oh look, real tears. Bravo. You're certainly pulling out all the stops for your new friends. It's a shame they won't remember any of it in a few days. And you will be reassigned to a posting very near to home, where I could keep an eye on you myself.
You mean where you can control me? When I'm nothing more than just a puppet on a string to dance for you?
So over-dramatic as always. A shame I could never get Strawn to meld that particular characteristic out of your personality. I think it would have saved us a whole lot of time and effort. Not to mention the cost in reassigning personnel after they have had their memories wiped. And coming up with a plausible reason for multiple deaths for those who couldn't or wouldn't go along with the order of things. Why don't you save me some trouble, Maysha, and tell me how many people know about your troubling past, so I don't have to wipe everyone's memory.
What? How could you? They did nothing wrong. They're innocent.
Yeah, that was true. But you see, there is the little matter of you letting them into your head. You couldn't leave well enough alone and come back home when I ordered it. You had to go to a counselor and entice Captain Moore to dig into his mind as well, for things which were better left buried.
Better? Better for whom? Certainly not for me or the Captain. We are the ones who have been living with these lies for 22 years. You have been enjoying the privilege of rank this whole time.
And had you listened to me, Lieutenant, You could have been enjoying the privileges of rank 2. Maybe as a commander.
So what now? I'm supposed to thank you? Oh, thank you, Daddy. Thank you for killing my pesky father, Daddy. Thank you for taking me away from my real parents who loved me, Daddy. Thank you for brainwashing me, Daddy. Thank you for stripping me of who I really am, Daddy. Thank you for watching over my career and molding me into the officer you wanted me to be, Daddy. You were right, Daddy. You really do know what's best for me, Daddy.
Have you got it out of your system, Maysha? I should have never let you take the assignment to board that ship. Clearly, Colon, Strawn, and Dr. Narlin couldn't control you. But we're not going to have this problem again, are we?
So, what will happen to my crewmates? You're not going to hurt them, are you?
They sealed their fate when they threw their lot in with you and your sob story.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means, as of this moment, the Resilience is a quarantined vessel. Toxic gases from the prototype cloaking device. So tragic. The whole crew was violently ill, which caused severe mental trauma for some. And unfortunately, some of them died from exposure in the process.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Are you sure of that? Do you remember the USS Shelby? Absolute tragedy. You made your choice then, and you're making the choice now.
Just like you decided for Jalameh. And the guard who killed him.
Again, all the results of the choices you and your dear captain made. Their blood is on both of your hands.
You bastard.
No, my little leprechaun. You want to know who I think I am? I'll tell you. I am the person who can fix the problems the vermin races of the galaxy have made at the Federation. They come in and corrupt the good of Starfleet. So when it comes down to it, I'm the only one whose opinion matters.
You know, I have to admit one thing, Admiral. I never could stand a bully. I used to look up to you. And, hell, I even admired you. But you've proven to me that the old adage is as true now as it ever was. Never meet your heroes. They'll only disappoint you. And you, Admiral, have been a major disappointment.
Well, I see your staff is consistent with their lies.
Actually, Admiral, Commander Vec did take me to the brig. I just left my comm badge there.
I knew I should have asked for visual proof. It doesn't matter, you're still in big trouble. I told you all it took was a little loyalty and everything would be okay. But you listened to a deeply troubled girl with a history of lies, and she's dragging you down with her.
It's interesting you say it like that, Admiral. When we had dinner with you that night you were aboard, you really acted like you loved her. Well, I'll say Maysha has become a very important member of this crew.
My God, man, you had one job! I handpicked you for this assignment for one reason, because you were smart enough to handle a simple assignment. Clearly, I was wrong, and you couldn't even handle that. All you had to do was follow orders, and not go off on a tangent. I knew you weren't very smart, but I didn't think you were this low in IQ. You, Captain Moore, are the perfect example of what is wrong with the Federation. It's the bleeding hearts like you and the Federation Council, with your empathy and your ship's counselors. People like you just want us to sit around, talking about our feelings and singing, "Heading out to Eden."
You don't care much for empathy, do you, Admiral?
What good it is. It's a weakness many leaders have tried to overcome.
The loss of empathy is the start of barbarism.
Barbarism? Next you're going to spout some nonsense about diversity being our strength. It's scum like you that just wants people like me to apologize for being human. Humans have been made the enemy, and the whims of weaker alien races are pushed as being for the good of all. That is a lie. Humans started the Federation. Humans should be the central voice. Hell, humans should be the only voice to decide what is good and right for the Federation. So spare me the diversity makes us stronger crap. Aliens have made the Federation weaker, and only I can make it stronger.
Logic demands nothing less than our full commitment to the betterment of society through lifting the welfare of others.
Vulcan Mumbo Jumbo.
Actually, I believe they prefer to call it the Kirshara. But if you'd rather have something more from a human point of view, though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. Cord of three strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12.
Very clever, Captain. You paid attention in Sunday school.
Either way, Admiral, Maysha has found a community of people who actually care about her. She's a delight and will be well taken care of.
She has been a pain in my side since I brought her home. If I knew then what I know now, I would have left her on that godforsaken rock where I found her.
I wish you had left me there. It would have been better than living the lies of this life. You fed me.
If I had, you would have been killed like everyone else working those mines. That worthless Euridian, Jailor Meh, always found the worst workers who were likely to cause a riot.
It's interesting the number of races you've decided to denigrate in the last couple minutes. Klingons, Romulans, Euridians, dregs, vermin, scum, poison. You have a peculiar way of talking about our allies, Admiral.
Allies? You can't be serious. If it wasn't for Starfleet, none of these races would exist anymore. We have given them protection and our resources. And for what? Did they say thank you? No, they just took more and more from us like they were entitled to it. Meanwhile, planets like Earth have to contribute more resources to a problem the Federation created by taking these people in. We pay, and they get the benefits. Real men, human men built this Federation, and now alien bureaucrats are tearing it apart and giving away the pieces. Frankly, if some of these planets were to get attacked, my feeling is that the invaders can do whatever the hell they want.
The sad part is, I believe you. And I know you aren't joking.
No, I'm not joking. The Federation needs someone in charge who has the balls to say no to these worlds. We're just here for universal welfare. Any planet that doesn't contribute equally to the Federation doesn't deserve to be a member. If they can't pay, then we should be allowed to come in and take the minerals and elements we need until they have paid for their membership.
You mean by running an illegal mining operation with a slave labor force? You are quite the entrepreneur in that area, aren't you, Admiral?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You can't prove anything.
Oh, come now, Admiral. What are you afraid of? Certainly you're not afraid of us.
I don't know what kind of sick game you're playing, Moore. This feels like a damned witch hunt, and I won't stand for it.
I assure you, Admiral, this is not a game.
Who said that?
Allow me, Admiral. Mr. Gazig, if you wouldn't mind, please bring our guests into the conversation.
Aye, sir.
Admiral Michael Kilgallon, please allow me to introduce you to Captain Sarah Brecken.
A pleasure, Captain.
Captain Brecken is with the Judge Advocate General's office, and she's been listening to this entire conversation.
It has been quite an illuminating conversation, Admiral. I was attempting to take some notes. You mentioned the USS Shelby, an incident at Starfleet Academy, and a mining operation run by a Jailor Meh? Is that right? One thing you didn't mention is, according to Captain Komarov, the injury list you broadcast about the state of the Enterprise and her crew was completely false. Their injuries, deaths, and damage to the vessel in reality was significantly lower than you led people to believe. Does that sound about right, Admiral? Nothing to say, Admiral?
Perhaps there are a few things I might interject here.
Rear Admiral Michael Kilgallon, please allow me to introduce you to Fleet Admiral Giselle Dax.
Ma'am.
Admiral Dax is the Judge Advocate General.
Admiral, I must say I am completely perplexed how someone like you would blatantly admit to such flagrant acts which are against Federation law and the Code of Conduct for Starfleet. It is most troubling. It is my ruling, pending a full investigation of the information revealed to this court, that Rear Admiral Michael Kilgallon should be relieved of his duties effective immediately. And accordingly, he is to be remanded into the custody of Starfleet security until such time as he is willing and able to respond to the charges in a general court-martial.
Admiral Kilgallon, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent to avoid self-incrimination in a court of law. You have a right to be represented by counsel of your choice, or, if you wish, one can be provided for you. Do you understand these rights as I've explained them?
Yes, but I'm innocent.
Transporter control, forward to beam to security block Beta.
Gazzy, close that window, please.
Aye, sir.
Thank you for your help, Admiral. And Captain.
In light of the evidence presented, Captain Moore, I believe we can dismiss the charges against you for the death of Jaylor May, and your actions regarding the events on Ramallah 4. We ask that you and Lieutenant Maysha remain in orbit until such time as we can complete our investigation. Is that understood?
Yes, Admiral.
Yes, ma'am.
Dax out.
It was great to hear from you, Nick. It's been a while.
Yes. Yes, it has. And that was totally my fault. I've been an absolute cad, and I insist you allow me to make it up to you over dinner.
Well, let's see how dinner goes, and I may let you earn my forgiveness. I assume you remember the usual spot?
Let me see, that would be Yarwood's, at the table overlooking the channel. Shall we say 2000 hours?
Sounds perfect. I'll meet you there. Say hi to your mom and dad for me. Brecken out.
What? We're old friends.
Very good friends, it sounds like.
Mr. Gazik, signal Starbase 1 and request permission to dock.
Aye, sir. I'm on it.
Lieutenant Colt, move us into a closer orbit to the Starbase while we await permission.
Aye, Captain. Personal log, stardate 21670.13. After 2 weeks of deposition at Starfleet headquarters, I was ready to leave Earth behind forever. I received a message from Vina Leroux, who appears to have been my birth mother's attorney, the head of her foundation and her best friend. She invited me to come to Orion to discuss matters concerning my parents' estate. I'm curious about what she has to say and what she knows about my birth family, but I'm also scared as hell about it. Devel thinks it would be a good idea for me to meet with Vina and learn more about myself and my family. Most of the crew is in legal proceedings or on shore leave at the current time. Fortunately, Mia has agreed to go with me. She has turned out to be a very interesting person and friend. At times she can be this over-the-top, bubbly, friendly person, and then she can be down to earth, serious. She's also very concerned about making sure the women on the Resilience support one another. She certainly is a puzzle.
So he couldn't move to the right because of the Nausicaan, to the left because of the Ferengi, or back because of the Bolian ambassador.
My goodness. How does he always manage to get himself into those situations?
I'm not entirely sure, but I'd put Latinum on alcohol and poor judgment.
Oh.
What is it? Is this the place? Do you remember it?
This is the place. I do have some vague recollections of it. It just kind of hit me, you know?
Totally. I can't imagine what you are feeling right now. But remember what I said. We will take this slow. If it is too much, we can transport back to the city. It looked like there were some really hot clubs and a couple of curious-looking hump dungeons. We don't have to go forward if you don't want to.
The clubs and the dungeon do look fun. Thanks, Mia, but I think I can do this.
Like I said, we are going at your pace. I've got your back, sister. You know that.
I think I can do this.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know I can do this. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, I hope we didn't miss them. I didn't see anyone.
I'm sure we are a little early. I double-checked the time this morning. I'm positive.
Hello! So glad you made it.
Hi!
Oh, good. What was her name again?
Oh, Neva Giroux. Her mother was my mum's best friend and her attorney. My mum wanted the house preserved in case I was ever found and came home.
That's nice that they did that.
It gives me some place to go if I ever decide to leave Starfleet.
You must be Maysha. It's so good to finally welcome you home. My mom would have been here, but she has some pressing legal matters to attend to.
Hello, Neva. Thanks for meeting with us. This is my friend Mia.
Hello, Mia. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, shall we have a look?
Yeah.
Right this way. My mother said you are in Starfleet. Is that right?
Yes. We're both on the USS Resilience.
My grandmother was in Starfleet. I'm named after her.
Really? Do you know what ship?
She spent a lot of time on the Excelsior C.
Oh, wow.
What was her role on the ship?
She was the head of operations.
Oh, okay. I'm in engineering, and Mia's our chief helm officer.
It's good to see you're both carrying on the tradition of women kicking ass in Starfleet.
This is a beautiful porch. Such craftsmanship. Work like this wouldn't come cheap.
I don't know if you had a chance to review the financial statements I sent you. The Jatu family was well off. Not rich like Orion Syndicate rich. But they had a very comfortable life.
How did my family make their money?
Pirating.
What? No way.
I was sort of joking. It started out as pirating a long time ago, and then it was low-level syndicate work.
Well, there's a shock. I have no memory of the family, and when I find out who they are, they turn out to be an Orion cliché.
Hey, you don't know that, May. They might surprise you.
Really?
Actually, she's right, Maysha. Your great-great-grandmother left the syndicate and the piracy life.
What?
She started a foundation which aimed to change the way the rest of the universe viewed Orion. One of her first goals was to end the use of the phrase animal women. Since then, the Jatu Foundation has worked to emancipate Orion society and the betterment of all Orions.
No freaking way. Girl, you have a foundation named after you. How cool is that?
I'm pretty impressed and a little speechless. With all my family gone, what is the state of the foundation?
Currently, my mother runs it in your mother's name. Now that you're back, you're more than welcome to take over.
No. I mean, not right now. I'm not currently sure what the future holds for me. I mean, coming here was a big step, and the ship's council had to practically push me out of the airlock.
I'm here to make sure she follows through.
Yes. Well, let's go inside.
Of course. Maysha, welcome home.
Oh my...
Oh, damn, girl. Are you kidding me?
Welcome to Jatu Manor.
You know that place like this isn't cheap. I've only seen places this nice in the holo novel.
This is way too much. Even the Admiral's house wasn't this nice.
Check out that huge animal head over the fireplace.
Seems your grandfather was a big game hunter.
I think I remember that head. I feel like it used to frighten me at night. So let me ask you something, Neither. My mother ran the Foundation. What did my father do?
He was one of the Foundation's most outspoken activists. He was always off making speeches.
I think I remember that. What was he doing when we disappeared?
According to his itinerary, he was going to a conference on one of the planets in the Corridon system when they were attacked by Syndicate raiders. They killed a few people on the transport and took the rest.
Yes, that's ringing a bell.
Are you remembering something, May?
I think so. My mum was busy with Foundation work and couldn't travel, so he made it a daddy-daughter trip. If I remember, we were going to stop at Leno on the way home for a couple of days.
Actually, it was a little more than that.
What do you mean?
Yes, she was busy with a lot of work at that time. But she was also pregnant.
What?
I can't believe it.
May, are you alright?
I'm sorry. I thought you already knew.
I have a sibling. A sister, a brother.
Well, actually...
No. What? What actually... What happened?
Tread lightly, Neva. Do you hear me?
She wanted you to have a special time with your dad before he told you after a day on Leno. But since your ship was raided, I guess he didn't get the chance to tell you.
Is that the whole story?
Shortly after the both of you went missing, she miscarried.
I can't believe it.
May, I'm here. You are going to get through this. It's going to be okay.
I've lost everything. I had this whole other family, this whole other life, this whole time, and I didn't know it was there looking for me.
I'm really so sorry. I had no idea you didn't know.
Neva, it's probably best if you just go now. No offense, but you are making it worse.
I'm sorry. Sorry for making it worse.
Neva!
Right. Sorry. I'll let myself out. So nice to have you back, Maysha. Sorry.
I hate him. I want him dead.
Who, May?
Admiral Kilgallon. I hope they execute him. He should be dead for what he did to me. He took everything. Even more than I thought I had. He took it all. I hate him.
I'm sorry, May. I know it really hurts.
You know it hurts. Have you ever had your entire life ripped away from you only to find out there was more to your life than you knew? But it doesn't matter, because that's gone too. Do you know how that feels?
No, I don't know how that feels, but I know it's hurting my friend and sister. And to be honest, I'm angry for you. He had no right to do what he did. You were just a kid. You were innocent. I've always thought there was a special place in hell for people who did this kind of things to kids. So yeah, it hurts, but I know there's one thing you are miscalculating.
What's that?
You are not alone.
Weren't you listening? My entire family is dead. I'm pretty sure that is the textbook definition of alone.
You are not alone.
How do you figure?
When I was in high school, my best friend, Eden, lost both of her parents in an accident. She was an only child and had no extended family to take her in. She would have had to go into foster care, but my parents decided that it wasn't right that she should live with strangers when there were people who cared about her, who would look after her. I asked my dad about it one day after she came to live with us, why they did it. And he told me, Mia, it was the right thing to do. Torah teaches us to look after orphans, widows, and the alien, and even David tells us in the Psalms that God makes a home for the lonely. He even cared for the last son of Jonathan as if he were a member of his own family. So how could we shrink the responsibility we have for Eden by letting her be raised by strangers? So, you see, May, you are no different than my friend Eden. You have people who care about you, who think of you as a part of the family. Everyone back at the Resilience. We are your family.
That's kind of a cliche, isn't it? We're your family.
It might be a little hokey, but the sentiment is still valid. Sometimes the family you choose is stronger than our biological families. And in many cases, a lot more fun. Why do you think I pick on the captain so much?
I don't know, Mia. I have so much to sort through in my life. No offense to your dad, he sounds like a smart man, but I'm not ready to follow advice based on human beliefs.
I understand. Humans have hurt you. But I can tell you that my dad would be the last person to steer you wrong. He's dedicated his life to helping people find a path and answer the hard questions of life.
Is he a counselor?
Sort of. He's a rabbi.
So, a religious teacher?
Yeah.
When I was being raised by the Kilgallons in Ireland, they were part of the local parish. I've had human religious instruction all my life. Now I find out my life was a lie.
And that makes everything connected to that lie suspect.
Exactly. How do I know what is real? How can I trust the things I was taught?
I get it. Believe me, I do. For me, the things I was taught by my father are what gave me comfort. For me, the faith is where I draw strength when I need it. And it pushes me to do better and to help others be better. But this isn't about me. This is about you and your life. Your life has been filled with nothing but lies for 20 years. And you had the values of those who lied to you forced on you. This has made your life a place with a lot of unanswered questions right now. It's lonely and it's scary. And given the circumstance, I'd be confused and angry.
Exactly. An abundance of questions, a drought of answers.
Yeah, I get it. But let me tell you something. I know we've only known each other for a month, and an unbelievable amount of stuff has happened in that time, but believe me when I tell you that I will always be in your corner. When I tell someone that they are my sister, I mean that. Not in a biological way, but in all the other ways which count. And from what I can tell from others on the ship, they feel the same way. We will always be your biggest supporter.
Thanks, Mia. I do appreciate that. But I still have a lot to sort out.
I understand. We good?
Yeah, we good.
Sisters?
Sisters.
Now, give your sister a hug so we can see the rest of this amazing house. And then maybe we can go and hit the town. I saw that club in a town called Slipknot. That looked very happening.
Captain's log, stardate 212716.66. After a month of depositions by myself and Lieutenant Maysha with the Judge Advocate General's office, the Resilience and her crew are ready to get back into space. We've certainly enjoyed extended shore leave on Earth, but now it's time to get back to our primary mission. Although the results of the deposition will not be known for some time, there have already been some wide-reaching ramifications. 48 ships have had major shakeups with their senior staff and or commanding officers, stemming directly from the activities of Admiral Kilgallon. This has resulted in the incarceration of many who claimed they were just following orders. The Resilience has fortunately been spared of any major shakeup, having only lost our chief medical officer. Unrelated to the depositions, Commander Yuri Drakov has accepted promotion to be captain of the USS Artemis. Although I'm sorry to be losing an experienced officer, I pray the prophets guide him on his path.
The dockmaster says we should be ready for departure within the hour, which will give Tavel's shuttle time to return from her leave on Vulcan. And even though we weren't due for the upgrade for another 7 months, our stellar cartography lab is now more advanced than any among the Drexler-class vessels.
Oh, that is good to hear. I will say I am glad the crew managed to get some time away from the ship. Speaking of, did your mom get home safely?
She did. Thank you for asking. It was her first time on Earth since I graduated from the academy. She was honored to meet you.
It was an honor to meet her, too. She's an amazing woman. Speaking of, my parents asked me to say thank you to you, your mom, and the rest of the senior staff for coming to their luau. They enjoyed meeting all of you, and especially your mom. Also, my mom really loved Tavel's candor.
It was interesting. I have never had a pig prepared like that before. It was delicious. I didn't get to ask you how you're doing after everything that happened.
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
I know the Admiral said some pretty hurtful things, and he had been your hero for a long time.
I appreciate you asking, Chiriga. What he said did hurt at the moment, but there was something more important going on at the time. It was more important that I drew out as much information from him as possible, so the JAG could start building a case against him.
I realize that, but that was a very personal attack.
Yeah, it was. And it's hard to hear your heroes say they manipulated you your whole career. But I know there was more to the whole situation than me being a stooge the whole time. I've accomplished a fair amount of things in my life, and I know I was ready to take the chair. And if this wasn't enough to prove it to myself, then I don't know what will ever be enough. I do know one thing for certain. I picked one hell of an officer to keep me grounded and on the right path. Thank you, Wadich.
You're welcome, Nick.
Well, how much more do we have to go over?
Just one more thing. The 4 members of the crew we lost in the battle, their personal effects have been delivered to their families along with your letters.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Come.
You wanted to see us, Captain?
Ah, yes, please. Come in. Have a seat. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you know my mom really enjoyed having you both come to the luau.
It was a pleasure, Captain. Your parents are really fun, and your mom is so nice.
Yeah, I ate so much food, but it was so good.
I'm glad you had a great time. They said it was a joy to meet all of you. The reason we asked to meet with both of you today is we know the last month has been very difficult, especially for you, Maysha. And we wanted to get a sense of where things are for you in your healing.
Sir?
What he is asking is, we know you have been meeting with the counselors at Starfleet to help you recover and reintegrate your memories. Also, I know you were doing some genetic tests, Doctor, to build a personal history for Maysha.
Yes, that's right. Since the DNA of every Federation citizen is on file from birth, I figured it shouldn't be too hard to find a genetic match for her birth mother. We found the death record for her father, Hirei Jiaotu, and we also found a death record for her mother, Mari Jiaotu.
She passed away 10 months ago. She was still looking for me. I found friends of hers who said she searched every day for the last 20+ years for me and believed I was still alive.
If the genetic information was there, why did it take so long to find all this out?
Admiral Kilgallon had one of his underlings change her genetic profile with the Federation and give her a completely fictional backstory. She could have nearly gotten away with murder because her DNA was not a match for her profile in the system.
Were you able to find any living relatives?
Unfortunately, no.
None?
I was only a child. I guess my mum was pregnant at the time my father and I were abducted. But the stress and the strain she was experiencing caused her to miscarry. Oh, to add to all the grief, all 4 of my grandparents died in the next 4 years. Since both of my parents were only children, everything was left to my mum.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant.
And learned as much as I could. I got a few family pictures. All of my family. But it's like looking at faces of strangers who somehow seem vaguely familiar, if that makes any sense. I got some stories and a few of my family keepsakes to hold on to while I learned to remember who I really am.
I know this is probably a dumb question. Have you heard anything from the Kilgallon family?
Actually, yes. Or at least I should say, I was contacted by their attorney. They asked me not to attempt contact with them ever again. They also sent me a couple of boxes of my personal effects. I had to put them in storage. I couldn't even look at them after what he did to me. I'm sorry. I used to be more controlled than this. It's like I'm learning all over again what it means to have emotions. Part of me really misses the mind melds.
I know you do, Maysha. But the reason they told you that you needed them was a lie. Stran and Kilgallon told her that the melds were necessary for controlling her Orion pheromones. The truth is, she was genetically altered shortly after being taken, to make it so she would never develop them.
Can it be reversed?
Honestly, I don't know. It's going to take a lot of research to find out.
Oh, Maysha, I'm so sorry.
You know, the part that really hurts is this whole experience has made me question my choices in life.
How so?
When I was young, I really wanted to be an engineer and join Starfleet. How much of that was because of the mind melds with Strahan, or because my abductor was a prominent member of Starfleet? I have to figure out who I am and who I was supposed to be. I'm not even sure I want to be in Starfleet anymore.
Where would you go?
I don't know. I can't return to the village in Ireland where I grew up. They're all mad at me for bringing down their favourite son.
I thought about going to the city where my parents lived to learn what I could from the people they knew, who they were, and more about myself. I don't really have a family I can turn to who will help me make sense of things.
You know, I've always felt the people I served with are as much a part of my family as my parents and siblings.
I'm sorry, sir, but this is kind of a cliché. Mia and I talked about that when we were on Orion. I know you mean well, but...
Commander Chiriga told me about the conversation the two of you had in Strawn's office before the battle with the Enterprise. What did she say to you that made you change your mind about helping?
She said you and the rest of the ship were putting their lives and careers on the line for me.
Exactly. Which is something very few people are willing to do for strangers. If you had objections to the mission, you could have opted out with no repercussions. But you chose to help because deep down, you feel we are your family.
Maybe.
Sure. And like any other family, we're not perfect. We're too loud, we struggled every now and then. We even fight. But in the end, you know this group of people will be right there to watch your back, no matter what.
I guess. I'm feeling a lot of hurt when the idea of family comes into my life.
Hey, I get it. Families are a pain in the backside. You've all met my dad. Do you think it's easy having a dad with all those puns? Do you know how annoying it is to keep hearing him talk about people at the luau getting laid? Even worse. As if he wasn't bad enough, I have a distant ancestor who shot the first Klingon to step foot on Earth. It's true. Look it up.
That's messed up, sir.
Sir, don't take this wrong. If this is your idea of a motivational talk, you are going to need more practice. You're really bad at this.
I know, and that's kind of the point. People are messed up. So, you might as well stay where you are.
How about it?
The best I can say is, I'll think about it.
That's a fair answer. But, since we have you both here, there was another reason we asked to have you both stop by. Commander?
The reason we wanted to speak with you was because there has been a fair number of changes recently. You've shown both great leadership throughout it all. The captain and I would like to offer you the position of Chief Medical Officer and Chief Engineer.
What?
Are you kidding?
Let me just say, Commander, if this is your idea of a joke, you've been hanging out with him too much.
It's not a joke. We've been really impressed with the way you both stepped up in the hard times. And to show you how serious we are about this, along with the new titles come a promotion to Lieutenant Commander for each of you. What do you say?
I say yes.
I don't know.
Are you sure? Since Strawn died, you've been effectively the Chief Engineer. You're more than capable of doing the job.
It's not about the work. Like I said, I don't know if Starfleet is where I really want to be right now. It feels like a decision was made for me by someone else. I was in the room when I was set on this path, but I was powerless to say no. These last few weeks have just scratched the surface for me as to what it means for me to be Maysha and an Orion. I need to find out who that 4-year-old girl was supposed to be.
So what are you saying, Maysha? How can we help you?
I've been thinking. I would like to resign my commission.
What are you saying?
It's nothing personal, Commander. I just need to see what is out there for me. If I decide I want to come back to Starfleet, I can always have my commission reinstated, and maybe someday I'll be able to get back on the Resilience again.
Who would take over engineering while you were off finding yourself?
Kaylee is a fine officer and a capable engineer. She could equally take over for me. You'd be just as happy with her work. What do you say, Captain? Do you accept my resignation?
I know I've really grown to care about you over the last month, Maysha. There was something about you when we met on the bridge that morning which really struck a chord with me. Now, I find out that it was because I told you I would keep you safe. I know it doesn't sound very Starfleet to say, but I still feel like I have to keep you safe. That's why it's a pain for me to say, request for resignation denied.
How dare you?
Sir, I admit I don't want her to leave, but forcing her to stay is not the way to do it. She is not some unruly teenager you can just lock in her room.
Exactly, sir. You can't force her to stay on the ship.
I'll take this to Starfleet if I have to.
Even though I won't accept your resignation, I believe there is the possibility of a win-win option, which might be beneficial to everyone.
I'm listening. What is it?
Take the promotion. Frankly, you've earned it, and it would be foolish not to take it. Kaylee is a fine engineer, but Chiriga and I agreed the job rightfully belongs to you. That being said, if you accept the promotion, I'm willing to give you a sabbatical.
A sabbatical?
Yes. Take your time, go back to Orion, back to your parents' village, find out who that girl was and who she wanted to be. I'll give you a year. If you determine Starfleet isn't for you, I'll accept the resignation then. If you decide to come back, your place with your Resilience family will be waiting for you. We'll even have a candle burning for you so you can find your way back.
That's an intriguing offer, love. I'd take it.
It is intriguing. Almost too good to be true. And if I decide to resign, you promise to let me go, no questions asked? You won't try to stop me?
I promise. I'll have lost a great engineer, but hopefully I'll still have an even better friend.
Forever, Captain.
The other benefit from all of this is that when you retire, you'll get a lieutenant commander's pension, so that's a plus.
Okay. You've convinced me. I accept the promotion and your sabbatical idea. When can I start the time off?
Great. Right now, if you'd like. Get everything in engineering running smoothly with the promotion and appointed assistant chief. Then, you can be on your way. Should give us plenty of time to plan the farewell for now party.
Okay, great. Now what?
Computer. Please note in the ship's log that on this stardate, Lieutenants Elizabeth Flint and Maysha Jatu have accepted promotion to Chief Medical Officer and Chief Engineer, along with the promotion to Lieutenant Commander, with the rights, responsibilities, and privileges occurring thereto.
Ship's log has been updated.
Congratulations, Commanders.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Kapla!
I'm going to level with you. We almost went in a different direction with this decision. But you both won the positions after seeing how you survived a dinner party with my parents.
We also have a surprise for one of the members of your medical staff, Doctor.
Yes, that's right. This is for Ensign Meade, for her work when we were trying to keep Strawn alive.
I'll give it to her when I return to sickbay. This will be my first duty as a lieutenant commander. Cool.
Gazik to the captain. Lieutenant Tavel is back on board. All crew accounted for. We are ready to depart.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant. We're on our way.
Aye, Captain. Gazik out.
Well, I guess it's time to get back to work. Would you three care to join me on the bridge?
Well, Who could resist such a charming invitation, sir?
After you. Lieutenant Commander's on deck. As you were.
Take your station, Chief Engineer Maysha.
Yes, ma'am.
I should get back to sickbay.
Nonsense, Doctor. Come join us.
Actually, Lieutenant Al-Farouk is coming in to see me. She should be going into labor any day now. So, thanks anyway.
Let's prepare to get underway. Mr. Gazzy, please raise the dock, Master.
Control tower standing by, sir.
Control, this is the Resilience, requesting permission to depart.
This is Control. Resilience. Permission to depart granted. 30 seconds to starboard gate.
Clear all moorings.
Awaiting starboard gate from this mark.
All moorings clear.
Lieutenant Colt, aft thrusters.
We are free of space dock and clear to navigate. Course heading, sir.
Laying a course of 194, Mark 202, warp 3.
Aye, sir. Course laid in and ready.
Proceed, Lieutenant. Well, Wadich, are you ready for an adventure?
Perhaps today is a good day for an adventure.
Chiriga, I believe this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. The cast for this episode in order of appearance: Patty Knox as Commander Chiriga Duff, Stephanie Knox as Lieutenant Tavel, Clayton Warden as Lieutenant Gazik, Mira Fey as Lieutenant Mia Colt, Mike Hansen as Admiral Michael Kilgallon, Amy Welch as the computer, Mark Douglas S. as Lieutenant Commander Provet, Melody Gibson as Lieutenant Maysha, Jeff Welch as Captain Nick Moore, Lex Hart as Captain Sarah Brecken, Amanda Lynn Newkirk as Admiral Jizzle Dax, Len C. Hahn as the Security Officer, Kat McKay as Neva Giroux, Faye Holliday as Dr. Elizabeth Flint, Gareth Foley as the Starbase Dockmaster. Additional credits available at StarshipResilience.com. Thank you for listening to Starship Resilience. We are currently writing our Season 2 episodes and have some bonus content planned in the meantime, so stay tuned. If you are enjoying Starship Resilience, be sure to subscribe or follow us on your favorite podcasting app so you get every new episode when it comes out. Also, please take a moment to rate and review Starship Resilience to help make it easier for others to find us. You can connect with fans of the show by searching Starship Resilience on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. Star Trek and all related marks, logos, characters are solely owned by CBS Studios Inc. Necessary Trouble Productions, StarshipResilience.com, the promotion thereof, and this fan production is not endorsed by, sponsored by, nor affiliated with CBS, Paramount Pictures, or any other Star Trek franchise, and is a non-commercial fan-made audio drama intended for recreational use. No commercial exhibition or distribution is permitted. This has been a Necessary Trouble production.